when you are connected to a wireless network. You're connected to a wireless network that's coming from your phone service provider. What you need to do is set that connection to a metered connection. And let's do that. Now I go to the start menu, I go to my settings, and then I go to network and internet. Now when you come to network and internet, you're going to go to Wi-Fi, and when you come to Wi-Fi, you click on manage known networks. Now you're gonna see all of the Wi-Fi networks that I've connected to previously. So in this particular instance, I am connected to DIT Bama. So I just click on this and go to properties. Now you see this option that says metered connection. If you have a limited data plan and want more control over data usage, make this connection a metered network. Some apps might work differently to reduce data usage when you're connected to this network. So all I need to do is set it. It's a radio button. You can just toggle the button to off and on, okay? But you need it to be on. So what I've done now is to set this connection as a metered connection, and that's the number one thing that you can do. But like I said, this connection is already a metered connection. That's where I set it, but it's not helped my data consumption at all, because if you go to, remember, you can also go to your settings by doing Windows key plus I. That's what I've used to open my settings right now. If you go to network and internet and you check out data usage, you find that on my Wi-Fi I have used about 31.48 gigabytes of data within the last 30 days. And when you go to the usage details, trying to gather up all the info, give it a minute. Now you see Firefox has used about 3.70 gigabytes, uTorrent has used 2.51 gigabyte, but you see the rest are just a megabyte and the others kilobyte. But when you come down here, you find out that the system, that's the Windows 10 system, is using 22.4 gigabytes. Can you beat that? 22.4 gigabytes within the last 30 days, and that's crazy. So it means it's a system that's eating up my data. Alright, so that's why it's very important we do that. So I've set it to metered connection, but that might not solve all your problems. So go to the second thing we're going to do. The very second thing we're going to do is to set our updates to defer feature updates. That's because I'm using a Windows 10 Enterprise. So I'll go to my settings, alright, and under update and security, okay, you go to under update settings, you go to advanced options. Now in this place, choose how updates are delivered. Now updates from more than one place, I have to turn that off, okay, because what this does is that let's read this. When this is turned on, your PC may also send parts of previously downloaded Windows updates and apps to PCs on your local network or PCs on the internet, depending on what's selected below. So if you turn this on, right, it means, and you know, choose these PCs on my local network and PCs on the internet, your Windows 10 system is gonna work just like a peer-to-peer file sharing system. It will be using your internet connectivity to share parts of the downloads you have to other systems on the network and on the internet. And as you know, that is going to burn up your data. So what you should do is turn this off, just like I have done. Now you also have to defer feature updates. That's very simple. All right, so that's number 2. Now we look at number 3. Now Number 3 thing that you can do to save your data on Windows 10, to reduce your data consumption on Windows 10, is go to your store, alright, to the App Store, click on this sign, which is supposed to be like a sign for your account or your picture, alright, and go to settings. And what we're gonna do is app updates. We turn off the app updates, alright, and we are also going to turn off show products on tile, alright, the live tile. Now I can leave this on, but the most important thing right here is to turn off the app updates, the apps, the automatic updates for your apps in the store, because this updates the apps you have in the store automatically. Alright, now if you come to your tile, alright, you see this man shot dead in Michelle's plane. Okay, now you see as a police service, you find that these ties, this is Mugabe. This was trending right now. China will not cut ties with Zimbabwe. Okay, so Zimbabwe, Mugabe is trending right now. Now, have you ever asked yourself how come these live towers keep on changing by themselves? How tough will Mikel be on Britain? Right, these are all live towers and they are updating themselves. So it tells you that this is making use of internet data, right? So you need to turn off that. Now what we're gonna do is to cut off data to all background applications, all right, and watch me do that. So I'm going to my settings again. So I go to start, go to settings, all right, and then I will go to update and security. Right, it's very simple for me to also go to privacy, alright, and say background apps. Alright, so all these applications, now let apps run in the background. Choose which apps can receive info, send notifications, and stay up to date even when not using them. Turning background apps off can help conserve power. Right, so what I'm gonna do is all those apps that I do not want or really need to be updating themselves in the background, I'm gonna turn them off. Okay, so I'll turn off Builder, alarm, I can leave that, calculator, I'm gonna turn that off, calendar, can leave it on, camera, leave it, contact support, turn it off, feedback hub off, get office off, group music off, maps maybe off, messaging off, Microsoft Edge off, Microsoft Solitaire off, money like you saw there in the lifetime when I showed before off, movies and TV off, okay, news off, OneNote off, paid Wi-Fi and cellular off, people off, phone companion off, Skype should be on, spots off, sticky notes off. As a matter of fact, I even want to turn my store off. Alright, tips, maybe leave that on, voice recorder, leave that on, weather off, Xbox off. Okay, so I've turned all these off right now. So what that means is that these applications that I have turned off would not be able to receive or send data or updates themselves. So in that way, I have been able to cut off data to them. All right. Number 4. So now let's look at the number 4 thing that you can do. The number 4 thing you can do is to manually turn off Windows Update. Right, there are 2 things I'm going to show you. You can right click on your start button and click on command prompts, run it as admin. right? Run command prompt as admin, and then you type in what I'm going to put in right now. Just look at your screen. Net stop Windows update service. I'm going to stop. Though I already stopped this previously. So you say the Windows update service was stopped successfully, so you can do it. But if you do this, it means you can be doing this every time that you log onto your system. That it's not a one-off thing, it's something that you're gonna need to do like all the time. Right now, B in stopping your Windows update is you come to your start again, alright, or you can use the Windows key plus arrow. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use Windows key plus arrow, and run comes up. I'll type services.msc. I'll enter it like that. Okay, and then when I come here, I'm gonna search for Windows update. So Windows update. When I come to Windows update, I'm gonna click on Windows update, and under the startup type, I'll click and say disabled. Alright, so I'll have to apply that. Alright, and I'll say okay. So Windows update is now disabled right here. Alright, so that's number 5. Now the next thing, number 6. The next thing we're gonna do, that's the number 6 thing we're gonna do to limit the amount of data that's consumed on our Windows 10 system, is to actually stop the OneDrive service. The OneDrive service is one service that gobs data. So how do we do that? Now I'm gonna open up Run by using Windows key plus arrow, and then I'll just type TSAK that's Task Manager. Right, and when that comes up, I'm gonna search for OneDrive. I'm gonna search for OneDrive. I'm not sorry, I go to startup first, and on the startup I go to OneDrive. Yeah, you see Microsoft OneDrive. Already I have disabled it here. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is to right click on it and say, now because I already disabled it, that's why you're seeing enabled, else what you're supposed to see here is disabled. So you just click on it, right? So you just right click and you choose disable in your case, not enable. You're seeing enable here, like I said, because I have already disabled it on my own. So hopefully this video has helped you to understand more how you can reduce or minimize your Windows 10 data consumption, how to reduce Windows 10 data consumption. So we'll be adding up to this because this is something actually very serious for most of the persons that are using the Windows 10 system, the data consumption problem. So I encourage you to like the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that when we bring up our new update, you're going to be among the very first persons that will receive it. So have yourself a very nice day. This is Tom from Barber Solutions saying bye.